Oh, so I actually already read this chapter, but I didn't clear any storage space. So I was trying to record something that took me about 10 minutes to record with like 30 megabytes of space, which obviously didn't work out. So I only got to the intro before it suddenly just cut off. I can't upload that, so I'm rereading this. So if I seem a little bit uninterested in the chapter, I'm gonna try not to, or if I'm not making jokes like I usually do, that's why. I've already read this chapter. But Bobby was working a lot recently. In addition to the Mercado, he was restocking vindictive machines, that's vending machines probably, at night and delivering food on his days off. So understandably, he was sitting exhausted on the couch. He was absent-mindedly scrolling through his phone. And then he saw a picture that made him stop. Lily was with Lincoln and Lucy. Her post read, "I love my brother and sister." "We're back, Boo Boo Bear," said Lori. "Oh, hello, how's your trip? Did the kids have fun at the resort?" said Lori. "Yes, they did," said Lori. We said Bobby. "Did you see Lily is with those people?" said Bobby. "Who?" said Lori. "Lincoln and Lucy. This is really going to affect our chances with the Carlitos," said Bobby. Lori felt waves of guilt, but she pushed them away. They needed the money. Bobby looks exhausted. Maybe she should come clean. "So, what do you think about Lucy and Lincoln?" said Lori. "Like Abuela says, what they're doing is unforgivable. Do you know what they did to my sister? She's still very upset that Lincoln picked Lucy over her. He made her cry. That is unforgivable," said Bobby. "It's not that bad," said Lori. "They also have 13 inbred children," said Bobby. "They're my brother and sister," said Lori. "I know. I miss the old Lincoln, too," said Bobby. "I miss both of them," said Lori. "I need to get to work," said Bobby. "I have money. You could stop working so much," said Lori. "Is it that investor again? Like I said, it's a family business. It just doesn't feel right sharing the business," said Bobby. "Yeah, but it is not for a share in the Mercado," said Lori. "I can't deal with this now. I need to go to work," said Bobby. He stormed out of the building. He got into his box truck. He started refilling the snack machines. He was finishing up the docks when all of a sudden he fell asleep behind the wheel. He crashed into a boat that sank beneath the cold water. Lori got the call. The next week was a blur and funeral arrangements and grieving. It was after the funeral she stood by the graveside. She noticed two people behind her. "Hello, Lincoln. Hello, Lucy. Thanks for waiting for everyone to leave," said Lori. "Sorry for your loss. I was kind of hoping to see him again," said Lincoln. "The grieving process has only started. It will get better," said Lucy. "Are kids here?" said Lori. "No, some ghosts and Lily are watching them," said Lincoln. "I'm glad at least one of them is tangible. Is Bobby's ghost there?" asked Lori. "I can check if you wish," said Lucy. "Yeah, I need to tell him something," said Lori. Lucy takes out an Ouija board. "He's not nearby, but that's common. He's probably with the family," said Lucy. Lincoln hugged Lori. "You should go with the family. We understand," said Lincoln. "Thanks, guys," said Lori. Lincoln whispered in Lucy's ears. "We better make sure his spirit isn't wandering around the docks." "I was thinking the same thing, my beloved." "That's so gay," said Lucy. "The things we do for this family in the shadowed," said Lincoln. "I know, but I'm glad we decided to take some credit for it now," said Lucy. "I know it's manipulative, but I am glad we are getting the family back," said Lincoln. Lincoln and Lucy make their way to the docks to deal with a possibly confused ghost. Lori was with the in-laws, so it was towards the end of the get-together. "So we need to talk about the Mercado before it causes any issues in the family," said Carlos. "Oh yes, I think we should shut it down," said Lori. "Yes, it should be closed for the time for the grieving process, but we need to pick out who's going to run it next. It's my father's legacy, and the profits do help out the family," said Carlos. "It hasn't been profitable for a couple of years now. Bobby was keeping it afloat barely with his extra jobs. I had to give up golfing to keep it afloat. And then I had to enter into a deal with Lincoln and Lucy," said Lori. The information hit Carlos like a truck. He turned extremely pale. "Made a deal with those devils you're related to. Did Bobby know?" said Carlos. "Bobby didn't know exactly," said Lori. "What did they want?" said Carlos. "Our children would just meet Lincoln and Lucy's children, and I had to accept their relationship," said Lori. At that point, Lincoln and Lucy entered the post-funeral get-together looking for Lori. "You didn't tell Bobby about our agreement," said Lincoln. "I get keeping it a secret from the Santiagos and the Casa Grandes, but Bobby," said Lucy. I know, but how do you know?" said Lori. His spirit was very confused, wandering around the docks, but he did not like the sight of us. But we told him what happened about the arrangement. He did not take it well. So now he is very mad at you. But don't worry, I have this," said Lucy, putting a bag on a string around Lori's neck. That's when Lincoln got punched by Ronnie Ann. "You sister fucking freak, how dare you show your face here? I'm gonna..." Ronnie Ann was then cut off with a swift kick to the abdomen from Lucy. "Do not lay a hand on my man." That was the start of a massive brawl. Lincoln and Lucy fight back to back until they make an exit. Leaving Ronnie in on several of the Casagrandes on the floor, Lori was in tow. They get in the family station wagon and Lucy speeds off, with Lori and her kids in the back. That's a hard-ass line. That's a cold line. You sister fucking freak. How dare you show your face here. That's fire by Ronnie Ann. Hope she makes another appearance sometime. You're licensed to practice law in Michigan, correct? Said Lincoln. I'm gonna sip a Monster real quick. I know Monsters are horrible for you. I only buy them because they get double XP in Black Ops 6. Which, by the way, if you're wondering why I haven't been uploading a lot, it's because of Black Ops 6. I'm really enjoying that game. Guess why? I don't think the Santiagos are going to press charges. It won't be done in Michigan. It'll be done here in Illinois. Also, it'd be a conflict of interest when you take the case, said Lori. We think you should move. Use that check to buy something in our county. Venezuela, County or Royal Woods, said Lincoln. Banjo get cut, Lucy got. We're not prepared for that. I don't think you're welcome with the family anymore. I might have drop-kicked Carlos Jr. in that ruckus, said Lucy. Yeah, I punched Frida. Not her proudest moments, said Lincoln. Lincoln, can you take us by the apartment, said Lori. Don't worry, we'll cover the movers, said Lincoln. Thank you, but we will need stuff now, and I want to look at something, said Lori. Well, they won't be on the premises, said Lucy. They make their way to the apartment, and Lucy parks out front. Lucy, can you grab me some essentials and a few changes of clothes? I need to do something, said Lori. Lincoln and Lucy go upstairs with the kids, but Lori goes into the Mercado and goes onto the computer. She quickly started paging through it. Yes, the Mercado had razor-thin profits, like $5 a week, but it still has profit. Not the losses that Bobby always said it had. She then noticed the deductions he marked down as family dividends. She then noticed investments. She emailed herself the store's ledger. She then grabbed tons of snack foods and packed 4 coolers filled with frozen treats. Packed a lot of the Mercado, said Bobby Jr. coming downstairs carrying a bag. Yes, I did. I think it's the only way I'll see my investment ever again. Lucy Lincoln, take what you want as a thank you, said Lori. They grab a few things, including several sodas and the Day of the Dead decorations. They then leave Lake City, heading back to their mansion. On the way, Lori's head was spinning. Bobby was taking their money and giving it to the Casagrandes. He was robbing Peter to pay Paul. I don't get that reference at the end, of Peter to Paul. I don't know what the Mercado is, because, like I've said many times before, I've never seen... Oh, I know there's the spin-off, and this is obviously... That was obviously heavily about the spin-off, about the Mercado and Casagrandes. I don't know those characters as well as I know. I'm still learning the 10. The original 10, let alone the fucking 13 of... God damn, I only know 2 of them. Lupa, who's like the explorer, and then Leodin, who's the detective. And there's the 2 twins, I don't know their names though. Luxury, the butler. That's all I know. Or the maid, whatever. But thanks for watching. And see ya.